What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here for PackersNews.com. I'm here with Ryan Wood of the Green Bay Press-Gazette. Ryan, we've heard from Mike McCarthy. You were there, right there in your usual perch in the front row. What was your biggest takeaway from Mike's time in front of the media to wrap up the 2017 season?
Well, there was a lot. He said that he does believe that player acquisition is an important primary trait for the next GM when in the Packers search for a GM. That'll be interesting because obviously Russ Ball is a candidate and he does not come from the football scouting background. Mike McCarthy also said that it's got to be a good fit between him and whoever the next GM is. He said he's going to be involved in the process, although it's unclear how involved he will be in that process, but he's very curious. He said the most important thing to him is the fit there. You look at the personnel side as far as Brett Hundley, the Packers largely are in the position they are because they did not get enough production and certainly the production they expected to get out of the backup quarterback spot this season, and there's ramifications for that. It's going to be a very different offseason for Brett Hundley in 2018 than it was in 2017. You go back a year ago, it was very clear to everyone who the backup quarterback was. It was predetermined that really no matter what, hell or high water, Brett Hundley was going to be the backup quarterback. Taysom Hill outplayed Brett Hundley throughout the month of August, and that didn't matter. The Packers clung to their 3-year plan. Today, I asked Mike McCarthy if Brett Hundley was going to be the backup or if there was going to be competition, and he opened the door for competition at that job during the offseason. A very different reality for Brett Hundley, and really a byproduct of what Mike McCarthy said was Brett Hundley not being prepared enough for the situation that he was put in, really putting the onus on Brett Hundley to do more as far as learning behind Aaron Rodgers and being more effective in that preparation for the 2-3 years that he had to be a student. So it's going to be a very interesting offseason with how the Packers approach that backup quarterback job. That's one of many things, obviously, on the executive side, the personnel staff, and those things. There are a lot of searches going on, but quarterback as well, the backup quarterback is going to be interesting to follow as well.
Do you think heading into 2018, we've all heard about Mike McCarthy's extension? Obviously, he's got 2 years left now on his deal. But regardless of that fact, do you think with a new general manager coming in that Mike McCarthy was essentially coaching for his job in 2018?
Yeah, I think that you could probably go to that, especially if they go out and hire an outside external candidate. I think that Mike McCarthy has his allies internally within the scouting department and the personnel staff. But if they go out and they hire someone outside, which I don't expect, but if that is the case, and certainly he's coaching for his job in 2018. And I think that there's a lot of where Mike McCarthy was saying it's got to be a good fit. I think he's aware of that as well. It's going to be interesting. On one hand, Mike McCarthy said that he's involved in the process and he's confident and comfortable with how involved he is in the process to find a new GM. On the other hand, Mark Murphy said earlier this week that the new GM has the power to fire Mike McCarthy if he so chooses. So that dynamic there will be interesting, and that's why it's uncertain how involved Mike McCarthy really will be in this search. But yeah, moving forward, a one-year extension kind of says it all. To go only through 2019, the Packers need to be successful in the coming year, and that starts with Mike McCarthy.
There you go. All the latest from Lambeau Field. Make sure you're checking out PackersNews.com throughout the week and throughout the offseason. For Ryan, I'm Aaron. We'll talk to you soon.